Good afternoon and welcome, everyone. We are here today to recognize the student athletes as they sign their national letter of intent to further their academic and athletic careers at the collegiate level. I think it's worth mentioning that these young ladies and gentlemen are not just good student athletes, but they're great people here too. They really treated me well my first year here, kind of made me feel like I was with them every step of the way, so for that I'm appreciative here. Remember, Tiger Nation, we are proud of you. We will be with you every step of the way. If you ever need anything, we are always here for you. I welcome you all now to open up your books and sign your national letter of intent. I know there's a lot of you here to see some of our football players sign, but we're going to start with the ladies first. So I'm going to turn it over to Coach Saylor to say a couple things about Lauren Hyatt.
Well, thank you for everybody for being here to support the athletes that are here today, and congratulations to all of those that are here that are moving on to playing college, and it's a great opportunity, great experience. For schools, for colleges, they go through it every year. They recruit the players that they hope will be the best players, the best students, the best individuals that can come to their school and help their program become better at what they offer and what they do. And for Cleveland Heights, for us, we basically do the same thing. Every year we're talking with our younger kids, hoping that they'll attend Heights, and trying to explain to them why we think that's a good choice for them and how much the school and want them to come to Cleveland Heights and represent the school in the community. And 4 years ago, Lauren Hyatt, one of those players, Lauren went to school, and her sister had gone to Beaumont. It's a player who we hope would come. She was a gifted athlete. She was our best athlete in that class. And we felt strongly about the opportunities that she could have at the school. She selected Cleveland Heights and came here to represent your school, and did so at the highest level. We've been very proud. She's been, hopefully, when she looks back, she's recognized that not only athletic program that we offered, but also the academic programs that are here, and many reasons why, the social aspects that come out of coming to Heights. And so with that, we'd like to congratulate her on what she'd achieved. It's not an easy route for all of you to go through. Bring yourself to that level that colleges will then hope that you attend their school. So Lauren, if you could come up. Lauren will now announce where she's selected to play her next 4 years.
I just want to thank my parents and my coach Terry for always pushing me to be a better person on and off the field. And I want to thank Miss Washington and all my teachers for helping me in school and making sure I'm on top of my work. And I'm going to be playing lacrosse at Grand Valley State University.
Good afternoon. I'll try to be really brief. First of all, I just want to recognize each and every one of these young men. They've done a great job, not only athletically, but academically and socially. One of the three things we talk about in the Cleveland Heights football program is being academically sound, socially responsible, and giving everything that you have from an athletic standpoint. And to the credit of these young men, they've all done that, and now they have an opportunity to further their education at a higher level. I also want to thank the coaching staff who they put in a lot of long hours towards developing these young men as athletes, and Coach Hicks over there standing up, who does more than his share when it comes to helping these young men get exposure to the various college coaches. And obviously to all of you parents, you know, coming from the coaching staff, we thank you for entrusting us with your young men, and you know, we're just looking forward to great things happening. But I'll start from this end of the table and introduce Mr. Jared Wilson.
First off, I just want to thank my mom, my dad, my uncle, Coach Mack, Coach Hicks. They helped me through it all. And I just want to give a huge shout out to my godmom, Miss Washington. That's my mom away from home. Like, I'm not gonna cry, man. That's just, she just helped me through so much, man. I done came in her classroom crying before. I've been through it. But I just want to give a huge shout out to everybody that helped me through it. My teammates, I love y'all. Y'all my brothers, man. I'm gonna miss y'all. We all going our separate ways. But I'm just happy to say I'm going to Ohio Dominican University.
The next young man, he only played 1 year with us, was a basketball player. We convinced him to come out for the football team this year. Thought he was going to give it up a couple of times back in the summer, but he stuck with it. One of the hardest workers on the team, Grayson Green.
Man, I don't want to hold y'all too long, but I just want to start by thanking God for blessing me with these athletic abilities. I want to thank my mom, my uncles, all my sisters, just my whole family for just being there when I need them most. Just want to thank Coach Hicks, Coach Mack, all my teammates for just keeping me on the right path. Just never let me, because I was, you know, in the summertime I was just going to give it up and not even play football because I didn't think it was the right choice. But I'm here today and it was the best choice for me. So I want to thank everybody for coming out. I also want to thank Beth, the trainer, for just being there for me every day, mentally and physically. Man. And with that being said, I'd like to announce where I'll be taking my next 4 years of college football at Central State University.
This next young man, I've known him for, I don't know, since he was probably 9 or 10 years old, participating in some of the rec programs that I oversee in Euclid. Also a basketball player who we convinced to come out and play football this year. Ended up contributing on both sides of the ball, Mr. Isaiah Higgins.
First off, I would like to thank God and all the Coach Mack and Coach Hicks for helping me with the recruiting process. I would like to thank my grandma for keeping me out of trouble, and my grandfather for being there for support. And I would like to thank Miss Washington for being there, like my school mom, she'll be there whenever I need somebody to talk to. And Mr. Williams, he's not here right now, but I like also thank them. And for the next 2 years, I will be going to Hawkins College.
This next young man played offensive and defensive tackle, came to Cleveland Heights approximately 2 years ago. He's one of the few guys that you look at and say, you know, if you follow our blueprint, you'll definitely become a Division I athlete. And today he gets to make that official, Mr. Kyler McCracken.
How y'all all doing? Oh God. Anyway, first off, I want to start by thanking God for blessing me with these athletic abilities I have. I want to thank my mom. I want to thank my little sister. I want to thank my uncle for being there whenever I needed them. I want to thank the Smith family for being there for guidance. I want to thank the Webb family for being there for guidance when I needed it. I want to thank all my brothers here at these tables. I want to thank all the coaches that helped me through this recruiting process. Coach Mack, Coach Hicks, Coach Newton. There you go. That being said, I'll be continuing my athletic and academic careers at Ohio University.
This next young man, when he came into our program, I remember talking to his mom, and he was wondering how come he wasn't playing as much as he thought he should have been playing at that time, but he kept working. And I sent him a message the other day to let him know, you know, I coach because a young man like this, he makes me look good. He's a high academic achiever, doesn't get in any trouble, and just gives you everything that he has on the field. Mekhi Patterson.
All right, so first off, I want to thank God for being there for me and giving me these athletic abilities. I'd like to thank my parents for being there for me and helping me start a career in football. I want to thank my teammates for being here, all these guys, Kylan, Ty, Peter, Mero, Brandon, Vince. And I want to thank Coach Kev for making us have fun in practice. And for the next 4 years, I'd like to continue my athletic career and academic career at Thomas More College.
This next young man is another young man I've known going back a long time when he was probably this tall. I remember when his mom told me they were moving into the Cleveland Heights community, she said, "You're going to have to talk to him because he does not want to come to Cleveland Heights." And I said, "Don't worry about it. Let me talk to him and find out what's going on." He came up here, and again, just a quality young man, does what he's supposed to do in the classroom, and his mom gave me the green light to do what I had to do to make sure he understood what the expectations were, and because of that, he has an opportunity to further his academic career. Mr. Shamar Rhodes.
Just take it off, you know. Okay, how y'all doing today? I would like to thank God, you know, for giving me the ability to play this amazing game. I want to thank my mom, you know, I love you, Mom. I want to thank my friends, you know, they're not even my friends. Y'all my brothers, you know. I want to thank my family up there too. I want to thank this coaching staff, all the coaches right there, you know, big dog right here. Yeah, I want to thank Popeyes too, because it got me through practice, you know, so good. So for the next 4 years, I will be furthering my athletic and academic at West Liberty University.
This next young man, you know, he worked hard going into the season, and I remember back in August, you know, he was dealing with some issues and came to me one day, "Coach, I don't think I'm going to play." And we had a talk and had, you know, several talks throughout the season, and he ended up being a starter on offense for us this past season and did a very good job. And now he actually has an opportunity to further his academic career, Mr. Peter Rouse.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, man? First, I want to thank God, because like my mother said, not everyone's blessed to move on to the next level. First, I want to thank Ms. Washington, my avid family up there, always keeping me on track to school. Ms. Menifee, Ms. McKinney, Ms. Brown, Bethany over there. Love you, Beth. Coach Mack, Coach Hicks, Coach Bigham. Where you at? You right there? Coach Wiley, Coach Newt, TT. All y'all, love y'all guys. And most importantly, my family, my brother right here, Nick, my father, and my mother right there. For the next 2 years, I'll be going to Erie College and transfer on to bigger and better things.
This next young man, I don't know that I really knew who he was a little over a year ago. Coached against him when he was a sophomore. He played at Shaw High School at the time and got to know him, and eventually he enrolled here at Cleveland Heights and became a major contributor on both sides of the ball. Had to sit out the first couple of weeks because of his transfer. But one of the more quality young men that's come through this program, Mr. Lamero Smith.
How everybody doing today? I just want to start off thanking God, my family, my mom right there, my sister, Mama Washington, Auntie McCoy, whole Heights coaching staff, Coach Mack, Coach Higgs, the Smith family, the Webb family. Just want to thank God how good I look too, me and the boys. How to say that. One of the best things that ever happened to me was coming here from Shaw, because I just feel a lot of love here at Heights. I just love it. So for the next 4 years, I'll be attending University at Buffalo. Pours up.
This next young man, one of the more high-profile athletes, not only here at Cleveland Heights, but in the entire country. I shared a story the other day in the weight room with some of our underclassmen. And one of the things that we're trying to get them to understand is that when you have a 4.0 GPA and when you don't get in trouble and when you respect the process and when you work hard and just when you are a good and decent young man, the recruiting process is easy. And this next young man, I mean, he could have went to probably any college in the entire country. And I'm glad it's over with because some of those phone calls were starting to drive me crazy. Mr. Tyreek Smith.
I don't know about that. How y'all doing? Good? All right, good. All right. No answer. I just want to start by thanking God. He's the reason why I'm here. He's blessed me through this whole process. I want to thank my family, my mom, my dad. Yeah, why you not saying my mom? Sure, my girlfriend, she right there by my mom, so yeah, thank you. I want to thank Bethany. She's been with me. You know, I've been through those injuries, broke my leg. She was there with me through it all. So, you know, the massages, the hurtful massages, but she was there. I want to thank the coaching staff, Coach Mack, the coaches up there, man. So I don't think I'd be in the place I'm at right now if it wasn't for y'all working me out. Long nights in the weight room, early mornings, it was tough. But I want to thank Heights Nation, Abbott, Ms. Washington, Ms. McCoy, all y'all up there, and everybody else who helped me through this journey. And with that being said, happy to commit to Ohio State University.
Slide. I know, slide.
This next young man, again, another representation of what Cleveland Heights' football program stands for, high academic achievement and social responsibility. This is another young man who, I don't know, his GPA probably 4.0 or pretty close to it, takes some very challenging classes, actually became one of the leaders in the football program this year, not the most vocal guy, but just set the example every day, Mr. Zaire Webb.
Son.
All right, first off, I want to thank God for giving me the ability to play on the field and also excelling in the classroom. That's always my number one. My mom, she preaches that all the time to me, my little brothers. So, yeah, first I want to thank my parents. That's my support system right there. Even the Smith family too. And then the coaches, they helped me get to where I am. Like Lamero said, coming here was one of the best decisions I've ever made. It just opened up a lot of opportunities for me. And yeah, just want to thank my teammates. We pushed each other a lot in practice and everything. So yeah, I love you all, love all y'all. And that being said, I will be furthering my academic and athletic career at Georgetown University.
Zaire, bro.
Before I introduce this last young man, one thing I want to point out to Tiger Nation, and I want everyone to understand this, when these young men buy into what we're trying to do here at Cleveland Heights, great things happen. And one of the great things, when you look at this table right here with the football players, what you see from one end of this, from this end to that end, is this represents over $1.1 million in scholarship money, this table right here. And the great thing about it, we still have a couple of more young men eventually over the next week or so that we'll figure out where they're going. But lastly, this next young man, he suffered a devastating knee injury his junior year. I wasn't quite sure how he was going to come back from it, but he worked his butt off in the off season, just continued to lift weights and get stronger and take care of his conditioning. He did what he had to do academically, got his grades up, and he gave himself an opportunity, Mr. Ahmad Weber.
First, I want to start off by thanking God for putting me in this position. I want to thank my Avid family up there. I want to thank all my brothers and also congratulate y'all. Man, I wish y'all the best at the next level. And, I want to thank my support system, my mom, my brother, my sister, my aunt. And with that being said, I'll be committing to West Virginia Western College.
I'm making a sample. Rip the shirt.
All right, congratulations again to you guys. Something I've always liked to do is open it up to the questions in the crowd. Is there anybody out there that has questions for these guys? I know we got some aspiring collegiate athletes, students here. If you have questions about any of these guys and girls' process, you're welcome to ask those guys, media, etc. So if anybody has any questions, we can answer some of those. Otherwise, we'll conclude today's signing. Looks like we got at least one question.
I just want to know, do any of you know what you want to study?
Yeah.
Let me hear it.
Exercise science.
Forensics.
I'm starting college. I'm majoring in business administration with a focus in marketing.
athletic training.
I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. Sports management. Forensics.
Thank you. Say anything about you.
Psychology. Accounting/business management.
I got my choices. It's sports management, exercise science, sports medicine.
Business.
Sports management.
American Sign Language.
There, you right there? No, you? Who? What? No, we're gonna start. Y'all chill.
It's like, while y'all young, just play as many sports as y'all can coming into high school. That was my biggest thing. I focused on basketball my whole high school career and chose to play football my senior year. Listen to the coach, I chose to get playing. Now I'm here.
Just trusting the process of the coaches is telling you and focus on your schoolwork. Focus on your schoolwork. Buy into whatever sport y'all play. Make sure y'all take care of your grades at a young age, especially 9th grade year. That was my biggest thing, taking care of your grades. But just buying into whatever y'all doing.
Trust the process.
Work hard, you know. Eat a good diet. You know. Work hard. Make sure you stay on top of your books, and you know, buy in and don't get looked.
Here you go.
Y'all need to stay focused on your grades, for sure. We just need to stay positive and stay away from negativity.
I think you just need to have a plan B. Because a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm going to college for to go to the NFL," but that's not true. I'm trying to get a degree. I know that's right, girl.
It ain't working.
I would say just set yourself apart. Make sure you take care of your business in the classroom. Work hard like 24/7. Yeah, that's supposed to be it.
I would say commit to the classroom, and like our coaches always say, stick with the blueprint, just stick with it and keep working hard.
Follow.
Yeah, I would just, same thing everybody else is saying, just stay on top of your books. If you need to meet with teachers, make sure you're doing that. Like, you can't do it all on your own. And sometimes, like, whatever you're doing, you don't want to quit. Like, stuff is going to get hard, but you just got to push through it. Like, we all know, it takes what it takes, right?
Take what it takes.
So we should have all 4.0 student athletes on the board, guys?
I ain't say all that.
All right, well, thank you all for coming out. We appreciate it. Good luck to all you guys.